Meanwhile, taking a look here at the offense coming out from the Pancake Crusaders. It's going to be General Flood on the Zarya, CKR on McCree, Red Serpent on the Roadhog, Sammy Pajami on Mercy, Sutaki on Lucio, and Aviliac going to be on the Widowmaker. And General Flood actually switches off to Reinhardt the last second, so going more with the tried and true. And now Aviliac, we'll see if he can deal with Frisco. Frisco, though, one of the better hit scan players in the game. He is going to have his work cut out from him here as the offensive Pancake Crusaders trying to move in.
Yeah, they're just jostling for position right now. Seeing him get that first pick, it looks like V actually managed to find the Lucio first, so that could just sort of stall them out a little bit. They're now going to try and go into the Junkrat spam, but without that AoE healing, it's just a little bit harder to stay up as long as you like. So they have to be a little bit careful. They also won't have the speed boost for a little while. As V finds Mercy, that's 2 support kills right now for V, so he's looking really strong in that hotel, just spamming where they have no way of sort of contesting that. Now Frisco's done the snipes, and this is looking really good for no fast guns right now. They're just sort of taking small edges again and again and again. It's buying them a lot of time and space. As people have to now come from the spawn and come back through the choke point, and this poor Mercy, for example, is going to have a hard time as Frisco just picks him off immediately.
Well, Frisco is nothing but feasting right now, getting 3 kills in that last fight. And here's the other thing, too. You can't ignore the Junkrat in the hotel. He will eat you alive. And speaking of Junkrat, we do have the Tire here on the way. Tire going to bob and move here, try and take out some of the stragglers. The offense is a little bit scattered right now. Tire will go down to the Widowmaker. But where V is right now, this is where Junkrats love to be. They love sitting here. They love throwing spam down. And if you ignore the Junkrat, he can flank in and kill your entire team. But meanwhile, if you focus on too much, Frisco, of course, in the back as Widow, will be able to feast. Gets one shot on the McCree, looking for more. The offense being very tentative right now. We'll see when they go in.
Yeah, they're being very cagey. No one's really going for a full engagement just yet. Meanwhile, we do have that damage out on Frisco as well, so making sure that he's nice and ready to go. Bo, however, finding a kill. Frisco winning the sniper battle as well. That forces the Resurrect out early, and that's going to make it really difficult for them to push in. They just can't seem to find that engagement as Frisco finds another kill. Frisco is on fire so far.
Frisco getting the absolutely important double kill there. Moving forward, we do see Symmetra orbs coming in. Symmetra, of course, does have her teleport up, so doesn't even need to charge anything up right now. And the biggest thing that's been at play is we haven't had a major team fight yet. The offense has been feeding kill after kill, and as a result, we have not seen them rush in. Maybe this is going to be the first time. Deadeye is out at CKR, takes out the Jeffrey. The follow-up onto the hook is real. And now Pancake Crusaders, CKR with the double kill. We'll see if he can add on to this right now. Best look here for Pancake all game. They take out the Tire, but Frisco still in over the top. No one is in on him right now. We have the offensive sound bearer up that's going to save Widowmaker. Frisco right now looking for an extra pick, and Aviliac going to take him down as the offense now looking much, much more poised.
Yeah, Aviliac goes in there with a triple kill, manages to find all the picks he needs, and just takes over, basically. Left in the back there, wasn't sort of contested, wasn't threatened at all, and just found kill after kill after kill, taking over. I did love that capitalization on the hook as well. Red Serpent managing to catch the Reinhardt and CKR moving in for a quick kill, taking out that frontline tank, and sets them up beautifully to take that first point. Now they're going to move into the streets phase. Got to be a little bit careful here how you defend. I'm very curious to see how no fast guns actually position themselves. It's usually right where they are now, just to sort of set themselves up, but they sometimes will see less experienced teams perhaps positioning a little bit forward. That looks like exactly what they're doing.
Well, Team 5 about to be engaged here. Defensive Deadeye is on the way. Not going to get too much off of it just yet, but the Earth Shower coming down from General Flood knocks down 2. The offense moving in, getting the quick 2 picks off of that. We do have Frisco switching off to the Pharah now. I do like the Pharah switch off, but he's down 2 players, and AGM going to go down. There will be no res for no fast guns, and this is an absolutely decisive team fight coming out from the side of Pancake Crusaders. I was not expecting this.
Yeah, General Flood just absolutely pancaked the enemy team, if you don't mind me saying so. Jeez, that was insanely strong. And it just looks like the Jeffrey just making a slight little mistake there, dropped the barrier for a second, or maybe an opening was forced, but just let the Earth Shatter through and just caused the teamfight to spiral out of control from there. There's also an amazing hook coming out from Red Serpent, catching AGM just before he can dash to the Farah and safely. It looks like they're ready to fight again.
Yeah, they're getting right in. Frisco is in the back, was able to take out the Mercy immediately. No res will be coming out here for the offense. Means the defense can really pick this off at their leisure. Don't have to worry about heroes never dying. And they're doing just that. I think they have 3-4 kills here on this fight moving forward. This is a good look here for the defense. And the Earth Shatter coming in for the cleanup. The Jeffrey dropping the hammer, as it were, as Frisco. Barrage follow-up coming in, gets the double kill. And this is where the offense just needs to sort of, cut their losses, go back and regroup. Running back in here one by one is not going to solve their woes.
Exactly, and the spawn is so close as well, so forcing those ultimates down isn't too big a deal because you're going to be back in the fight in about 5 seconds anyway, so if you have to respawn, so be it. Take your time, force them to use their resources, then use yours to engage next time. General Flood now ready with the Earth Shadow, so they're going to probably try and get something about that, but meanwhile the counter engage comes out.
Sound Bear's on the way in, and Gerald Flood will drop the hammer. Note that AGM is in the back, will be able to res up any fallout should it happen, as Frisco takes out Sammy Pajami immediately. No resurrection on the table for the offense. The defense now swarming right in. Foe getting the double kill, cleaning things up with Frisco. Foe and Frisco absolutely acting as Bash Brothers right now for no fast guns as they try and delay for as long as possible, defending the last part here on King's Row.
And meanwhile, the Zarya picks come out and Graviton Surge is ready, so they might be just looking to capitalize that. And Frisco's almost good to go on a barrage, so they could just wombo combo this next push immediately. I mean, there's still 4 minutes 30, there's plenty of time in it for the Pancake Crusaders to sort of make their stamp on this match. But they've got to be so careful here because if that Graviton Surge lands, then Frisco is just going to take out the entire team. So I'm looking for that opening to sort of be created as
the offense out. There's the Graviton coming in, sucking in everyone for Pancake Crusaders. The Jeffrey holding onto his Earth Shatter, waiting for the res. The hammer might be coming down here in just a moment if it's even needed. The Jeffrey will go down, but the damage has been done to the offense. They're getting pushed back. The charge up is Zarya moving in as Foe getting the double kill, pushing them back. And this is what happens. You lose 2 people early on to an ult like Graviton Surge. The defense can just push you back until you are dead.
It's massive shout out there to Red Serpent in the middle of the fight, manages to keep a level head, puts the hook onto Farah, even as she's ulting, does manage to stun her about half of that damage coming out, but it's just not enough right now. It's looking really good for no fast guns right now. The experience that they have just makes them so strong, so tight, and cleaning up the rest of these team fights, and they have so much AoE damage coming out as they engage once again.
The Earth Shatter coming down from the Jeffrey, knocks down one, gonna move forward, the big charge on the Reinhardt, should be able to take him out, but meanwhile, Red Serpent with the triple kill on Roadhog, making things happen in the back. We did see an offensive res come out. Timmy almost having another res at the ready here in a moment. Frisco over the top as Farah, looking for what we can do here. We might see that res. There's the res coming out from the offense, both sides getting into it. AGM won't have a res for the defensive bit, and turning to a little bit of brawl here as defense now going to concede a bit of ground to the offense.
Yeah, Red Serpent, Roadhooking, and the Street Pig is just coming out and being so volatile, so dangerous. He's landing hook after hook, getting quick kills, just what you need out of that Roadhog Pig. But here they go, Soundbarrier comes out, and there's the barrage.
The barrage over the top with the Sound Bearer protecting Frisco as he gets the double kill. The defense now, they know they have this advantage. They're moving forward. 3 quick kills. Avlak has to run for his life. Sprint taking on a whole new meaning. And look at this General Flood and Red Serpent. They're stuck behind. This is where all No Fast Guns wants to do is chain the deaths, extend it out as long as possible. And now the offense is going to have to wait for that Roadhog to come back up.
Yeah, and especially with a Roadhog just isolated up, it's just like a big pinata for your team, just to beat them up and then you get a bunch of free ultimates off the back of it. I'm absolutely loving the way that No Fast Guns are playing this, by the way. They're so aggressive, they just engage on a dime. There's really very clear shot calling come out. I mean, I've talked about engagement so far today, but I'm just going to keep doing it because look at them go.
Graviton coming in here with the big Earth Shatter. This is an absolutely huge defensive setup. Foe with the triple kill, and V didn't even have to drop the Graviton. It looked like a normal Graviton setup, but the Jeffrey getting so much value with his Earth Shatter that the fight just ended with extreme haste.
Yeah, this is just clear shot calling at its finest. Every single time they look ready to go, they just engage on a dime. Everyone moves together, and it's just wonderful to see this. Roadhog coming out now, trying to break the barrier down with the Earth Shatter. Can General Flood make something happen?
There's a Graviton, but the people involved going to be saved by the Sound Barrier as General Flood, a huge charge in, takes out the Jeffrey. AGM gonna bring the Jeffrey back in the fight. The defense still down via Jeffrey, charging all the way back in. That seemed like a little bit of a crazy charge. He gets punished for it immediately. Frisco in the back, under assault. We'll see if he can get what he needs to get, but no, Avlak taking him out. Another 2 kills for the offense. No resurrection is on the table, and this is the best look in a while for the side of Pancake Crusaders. Avlak going crazy at the attack visor, gets the triple kill. And that's going to be time.
General Flood picking up the team, put him on his back. Even though the Graviton Surge landed, General Flood managed to sort of catch the entire enemy team off guard, put down the Earth Shatter, stun them all up, and just bought his team enough time to do it. But that said, that was a very slow time in King's Row. We usually see some fairly quick pushes coming out, so it's going to be difficult to hold it for about, 9 minutes? It's going to be tricky. Very, very tricky.
Definitely time-wise to see how things go, but I would expect No Fast Guns to beat this time, given what we've seen. But I gotta say, for a team that I've never seen before, I'm a little bit impressed with Pancake Crusaders here. They definitely had some good moments. CKR had his places on McCree, and General Flood, again, some very, very good Reinhardt play. And I don't know what it was between Monday and today, but I feel like the Reinhardts have just been standing out this week.
Yeah, absolutely. The Reinhardt's just so pivotal as well. It's so vital to get that Earthshadow down to manage your barrier correctly. There's a lot of mental play going into a Reinhardt player, basically. It's one of the most cerebral parts of Overwatch. You think, he's a big, dumb, brute German guy, but hey, he's actually got to be patient and clever and position really well. It's so vital to get that right. And these Reinhardts have just been spot on in landing Earthshadows that just swing games in such big ways. It's definitely one of the most crucial ultimates. And if you get it right, well, we just saw what it did there for the Pancake Crusaders. It opened up the enemy team and got them that crucial point towards the end.
Yeah, I mean, Reinhardt play, when done properly, he is one of the most game-defying heroes, and even though he's not quite as crazy as he was back in Beta 1, where he would kill an entire team entirely by himself, you're still in a really good shape in most cases if you get a 3-4 person knockdown. Only a sound barrier or just everyone being dead is really going to save you, because the fault that comes after is nothing but devastating. But taking a look here at the offense as it sort of sets up here for the No Fast Gun side, it looks like we're going to be seeing Foe on the McCree, AGM again representing the Mercy, the Jeffrey on Reinhardt, V on Pharah, Casper on Lucio, and Frisco on the offensive Widowmaker. And one thing that is very much you see all the time in the meta here, people like talking about McCree a lot, and certainly McCree is present in most games. Mercy is the one hero that you'll almost never see not played, just because of how quickly Resurrection builds. I know people like talking about bounce on both ends, complain about Widow and McCree, but Mercy perhaps a little bit over the top with her pick rate right now.
Yeah, it really feels like with supports, you're looking at either Zenyatta's overpowered or Mercy's overpowered, and that's sort of the big argument that goes forward, and it bounces back and forth between them, depending on just, what's currently in vogue and what's a little bit stronger at the time. But meanwhile, setting up for the defense, we do have Semi Pajami back on the Mercy, we do have Avalak on Widowmaker once more, CKR on McCree, Red Serpent picking up the Symmetra, so they're hoping for, that first hold to set up the teleporter and then reinforce off that. Sutaki back on Roadhog, and General Flood on Reinhardt. So we're seeing another Roadhog pick here. No Junkrat, interestingly, on the defense. So they've got to be a little bit careful here, because the enemy team could just run straight in.
No, they absolutely could. No Fast Guns, not wasting a whole lot of time here, moving forward, putting a lot of damage into that Reinhardt shield. And that's scary here. And there's the flashbang over the top. Reinhardt now in trouble. General Flood going to bite it in a hurry as the offensive No Fast Guns going in very fast indeed. 3 quick kills here. CKR trying to fight it back here as the defensive McCree. We'll see if he can do just that. Flashbang over the top to the Reinhardt. Almost takes out the Jeffrey, but now under assault from Foe and Frisco, going to bite it. And you look at Frisco in the back, he is perfectly set up, can attack anything he wants. Going to take out Sutaki, has some Metra in his sights now. And this is looking very good for No Fast Guns.
Yeah, so far standard for No Fast Guns. Just fast engages, really, really aggressive. Jeffrey now picking up another kill. Well, Frisco finishing that one off, and then Jeffrey just swinging in there with the Reinhardt Hammer, laying down the damage from that big front team coming in. And that's a very, very fast first point take. Looking really strong for them as Frisco goes into the high ground, tries to find a couple of picks. Foe launching forward with the Lucio speed boost, trying to find what kills he can, and they are hunting down aggressively here. Stuck now, pulled out in his zone, picked up, cleaned up. There's 2 people back on the payload, and it looks like they're just going to try and hold this foundry door for as long as possible.
Yeah, Foe was able to get the quick double kill there, and they are just moving right forward. And you see this a lot where they'll leave a few people back in the payload, but still try and keep the defense from setting up in the Streets phase. The Streets phase, of course, can be very advantageous to a team as they set up on the high ground and all the rest, and the offense going that far up will delay them from getting the proper stuff they want. But here's the thing, let's look at the ultimate situation right now. Foe has the Deadeye at the ready. Mercy has Resurrection. Of course, Mercy always has Resurrection. That's less important than V, who is about to have Barrage. Well, we'd see a big Barrage coming up here in a second. The offense about to get underway. They're moving forward, and V, not even needing the Barrage, takes out Sutaki, getting into the back, gets the double kill. There is a Deadeye coming out from CKR, but he might not even have to use this Barrage right now, huh?
Yeah, it's looking really, really close. There's the grab coming up from Sutaki. Does manage to pick up Casper, so there's a quick kill. But AGM comes in, picks up 2 people, manages to get the Resurrection. This is looking really good right now for No Fast Guns. They just have to inch forward, and Frisco's in the back there, just totally open right now to just pick up kill after kill after kill as they roll forward. There's actually very little damage there. As Foe trying to get Sutaki down, but no, doesn't quite manage it. Sutaki can actually create some space, and holy moly, that 0.06 meters? That doesn't get much closer than that, ZP.
No, it doesn't get much closer at all. I think No Fast Guns thought they had it a little bit earlier than they did. Perhaps took a little bit for granted there, but they're going to be able to come back. The Barrage will be still on the table as V did not use it. Frisco now with the change up to Genji. That's a little bit interesting. I mean, maybe he did for the Streets phase in general. Usually you want to run a Widow on the very last point King's Row, so we'll see if he stays on it. But the defense now, they are set up over the payload. They have to be this far back, otherwise it could just get ninja'd. And Sutaki going down immediately. They're going to blow the res on one person. first, and I don't necessarily agree with that here because now the offense can be very aggressive, and AGM can get quick res. Offensive sound barrier is on the way, and Foe with the Deadeye going to get knocked down by General Flood. General Flood with the big Earth Shatter. Sammy Pajami, or AGM will get the resurrection up. Sammy Pajami won't have a res for a little while here. We'll see if this is enough for the offense as they move forward.
Yeah, this is insanely close right now. Jeffrey trying to get in. Does manage to catch 3 people with the Earth Shatters. That's push Duffy all the way through as well. Can he clean up any further? There's the resurrect coming out to Sammy Pajami as well. And they have managed to get the point all the way to the end here. So they will manage to sort of push into this next phase. As Foe picks up a double kill, and it looks like they're ready to just keep engaging, keep this pressure going, and sort of basically play no fast gun style. Very quick, very aggro. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, No Fast Guns are saying a great time. If you look at the overall time right now, they have over 5 minutes remaining to bring this payload to the end to have a superior performance here on Kings Row in map number 1. Pancake Crusaders trying to hang on, but they have a rough road ahead. And here we go, the engage is over. Speed boost is out as Foe with the Deadeye. Gonna take out Avalak. Gonna get hooked by Roadhog, but immediately countering, fanning the hammer. And the offense trying to rush in on here. Reinhardt, though, biting off more than can chew. Will get rezzed up immediately. You saw V going in from the back as Farah, and what we see here, the offense is really applying a lot of pressure, and it's working. 3 extra kills for the offense, and now they're just a little bit more. But it's a good look.
Avalak and Frisco actually having a battle here on the high ground. Widowmaker's trying to snipe each other. Frisco does move up there, but Avalak does know they're there because they did leave behind the Venom one. But there's Foe with a Deadeye. Does pick up 2 kills as well. This could be really good. They just have to flashbang the Sukaki. Oh no, there's the Jeffrey landing the Earth Shatter. Does manage to buy enough space for a team. They could get all the way to the end. But Red 7 coming in with the Soldier 76. The activate stack of wise, but just beat the hammer from the Jeffrey. Amazing time there coming out from No Fast Guns. Just played completely aggro and just took advantage of every single opening they could there. Really well done by them.
Yep, No Fast Guns cleanly beating the time set by Pancake Crusaders, adding a map to their total. It will be Pancake's Crusaders option to choose the next map. We'll see where they bring us to, but right now, No Fast Guns definitely making a case for themselves. And I'm going to take a look at the bracket here in just a second, because I believe Assertion Failed did get through, and the winner of this will be going with Assertion Failed. I just need to double check that before I claim it on stream. And yes, Assertion Failed did get through. They got through Cryptic Gaming. So Assertion Failed, of course, probably watching this right now, seeing who they're going to be going up against. But No Fast Guns v AF, that should be a great game.
Yeah, and No Fast Guns really needs to change their name to, well, Fast Guns only, because they play a very fast style, a very aggressive style of Overwatch that I really enjoy watching. Like, it's so good to see these teams fight so aggro, look for kills, hunt people down, make as much space as possible. It's very reminiscent of how IDDQD played, and, you know, it worked for them. Now, that was a completely different meta, sure, but it's just really cool to see these teams sort of adopt these different styles. And just massive shout out there to Foe as well, just finding opening after opening. The team definitely played around his McCree pretty solidly there and just basically put him in the right place for Flashbang and for Deadeyes so he could just keep scooping up kill after kill after kill.
Yeah, no, definitely. And we'll see how things go here to the second map. They're saying that it's going to be Dorado or... Okay, Dorado will be the map. Dorado is being chosen here, and that'll be our first taste of Dorado for tonight.
Yeah, so
Dorado, of course...
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Dorado is just one of the more interesting maps, very vertical map, lots of narrow streets. Just interesting in terms of how teams set up defensively as well. First point, they usually hold back more towards that archway, just basically set up in the big courtyard area. Don't really contest the first point. Going to be curious to see how No Fast Guns' current style basically plays out as they go in full aggro repeatedly. But it's interesting to see how these two teams are sort of playing out against each other. Like, just one, you know, two completely different styles, basically. It feels like the Pancake Crusaders are a lot more measured, a lot more controlled. No Fast Guns, meanwhile, just playing out of their minds, hunting people down. And it's just one of these interesting things that, you know, there are lots of different ways to approach these things and lots of different ways to play. Now, I'm also curious to see if Red Serpent goes back to the Roadhog, because that was an absolute joy to watch, where he just picked picks after picks after picks. I do love a good street pig pick. And it's interesting to see these two teams with just very, I don't know, opposite styles go up against each other. Now, because it's a stopwatch and because time really matters, I do sort of pin No Fast Guns as kind of my favorite after watching that first match, but I don't know, it could just swing either way at the moment, I think.
No Fast Guns in general was winning fights just on a mechanical level a lot more often. It didn't seem like the teams were super even there. A lot of the times where things went well for the side of Pancake Crusaders is more when they had ults up. Certainly General Flood had some very big moments as Reinhardt, but you're not going to have Earth Shatter up in every fight. And when it came down to simple things like McCree versus McCree, Widowmaker fights, and just sort of the nuts and bolts of the game, it felt like No Fast Guns had a very significant advantage in that aspect of it. So even though we saw flashes of life come out from Pancake Crusaders. I'm not sure they have it all there, and just the sheer fundamentals to sort of bring it to them right now. Definitely promising in terms of how they were using ults, how they were coordinating at points, but it's going to be tricky for them, and we'll see now if they can even get through on defense here on Dorado. Dorado, of course, one of the most defensively oriented maps in the entirety of the game. I think only Route 66 really gives it a run for its money in terms of hard maps to attack for point A.
Yeah, I'd also sort of put Numbani up there, just a little bit why Numbani isn't quite as favored as possible, especially with one hero limit. We are playing one hero limit, by the way, with Stopwatch rule set, and what one hero limit does is it makes it a little bit harder to sort of take high ground, and Numbani is a map where on the first point, especially high ground is pretty much everything. So you see sort of Numbani sort of stall out a little bit as well. Very curious to see how teams adapt to that kind of play. But meanwhile, it looks like we are about ready to go here. So on the defensive team, setting up for no fast guns, we have ATM. Actually on the Lucio, but I imagine we might swap off that just because Casper is running the Symmetra. Foe on Tracer, nope, swapping off to the McCree. There we go, back onto that. V on Junkrat, Frisco on Widowmaker, and the Jeffrey back on Reinhardt.
Yeah, in fact, I think AGM is going to switch off the Lucio to Mercy here. This is a standard, just speed boost out the Symmetra, go from there. And AGM will be swapping to that Mercy. As you look at here, it's just like, wait, are you going to run a defense on Mercy? Not in this meta. Mercy, she is in everything. Looking, though, at the Pancake Crusader side, as they roll out here, it's going to be General Flood on the Reinhardt, Sutaki on the Lucio, Red Serpent on the Roadhog, Sammy Pajami on Mercy, CKR on Winston, and Avalak on the Widowmaker. And I will say, in general, this would be interesting if they said that, because it would have been at 3 tanks up from one. They are doing some final switch-ups here on the Pancake Crusader side. So Red Serpent going to be on the Zarya instead. No Winston here, and I think that's a little bit of a shame, because I do like Winston a lot here in Dorado, just given the verticality of the map.
Yeah, absolutely. An interesting place as well for them to sort of set up for the defense, because they are a little bit more forward than where we see most teams. They do sort of, they are going to move around to the more standard high ground and then probably just start backing up as the team does advance forward. But the Zarya pick as well, kind of interesting here, as Frisco finds Sammy Pajami immediately. So getting that first pick on Mercy might slow them down a little bit, but no, they're just going to keep pushing, try and get through this checkpoint as fast as they can. But they've got to be so careful because Junkrat is set up and good to go.
Well, being down to Mercy is a double penalty here. Not only are they down to Mercy immediately, but also the Mercy is going to be way behind on building ultimate. AGM already has Mercy ultimate up, which means if the defense were to be a little bit over aggressive here, they would be able to res immediately. Sam Pajami not going to have that luxury, but you look at how quick the Mercy ult res is. He's going to have ult up here in a second, as Frisco takes out a Valak here, and Frisco definitely having himself the game to start things out here, getting vital picks and really slowing down the offense.
Yeah, meanwhile, Zarya sort of caught out of position on her own there, does get picked up by V, they get done by the flashbang, so it's a little bit, got to be a little bit careful, got to make sure the team sticks together, because just sending the Zarya in on her own, Zarya needs 2 people to really function, and meanwhile, looks like no fast guns might actually go on the counter aggression.
Yeah, they're moving in right here off the speed boost, coming in. McCree, though, going to get taken out right away. In fact, CKR going to get res. Both reses coming out from both teams, as CKR going to punch the defensive Mercy there. The defense might have bought off a little bit more than they can chew. We'll see if they recover. They don't have a teleporter up just yet. And luckily for them, the offense is not in a position to punish as the tire comes down and blows up a Valak. So defense going to get away with one there.
Yeah, Casper's almost ready to go with that teleporter, and this point is so difficult to take when the enemy team can reinforce quickly, so they have to be careful to sort of capitalize on any opportunity they get. They can't give away any more quick picks, because once that teleporter is down, they have to make sure that they wipe the enemy team as efficiently as possible, hunt down that teleporter, and get rid of it. Otherwise, this choke point could be incredibly hard to push through.
Yeah, this is, again, one of the hardest points to push through in the entire game, as Frisco taking out Sammy Pajami. Frisco is just doing all sorts of just sabotage to the offensive Pancake Crusaders. Every time they look like they're about to set up a push, someone gets picked off, and it is chronically delaying them, because you don't want to go into this point 5v6. It's very, very difficult. Avalak will be able to take out the defensive teleporter if nothing else, but the defense in a very, very good position right now, and they don't really have to do anything drastic.
Yeah, Widowmaker on a sneaky mission into the backline, so it doesn't actually find the teleporter. Now in a duel with Frisco. Frisco does get the better of that, however. And meanwhile, on the front line, we do have a full fight there, and oh my lord! It looks like Foe...
We had a full fight.
We had a full fight, and then it just dropped incredibly quickly. I think Foe got the better of most of the team there, catch most of them in the flashbang, and V was just there as well. The nice big clump stun team just landed grenade after grenade after grenade. Took everything out nice and quick. But on the bright side, for No Fast Guns, they do almost have the... Oh no, they have the Graviton Surge ready to go, but it's going to be a little while before it comes back. Meanwhile, they do also have the sound barrier ready, but they're going to have to wait, and this is all time in the bag for the... Well... For No Fast Gun, sorry, I got my shoes mixed up there for a moment. Happens to us all, I'm sure.
No Fast Guns is in a really, really good position here. We will see Pancake Crusaders come out the Graviton here in a moment, but here comes V again. This is like the third or fourth tire of this game. Moving forward, does not quite get the value he's looking for. CKR able to take it out. We'll see if the Graviton coming up from the offense here in a moment will be able to do what it needs to do as General Flood moving in, gets nothing off the Earth Shatter. Graviton, though, coming in, going to pull in the Jeffrey, not getting the value they want. They do have 2 kills on the offense here, make it 3, but here's the big resurrection coming up from AGM, gonna bring up all those fallen heroes, won't be enough. Meanwhile, in the back, Avalik landing shot after shot, effectively getting a triple kill. Look for the McCree pick, wasn't able to get it. And this is the best look that we've seen so far from the side of Pancake Crusaders. But here's the problem right now, is that the teleporter is feeding in reinforcements.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, not only do they have to win a fight after the re-engagement with the Resurrect, but they're going to have to win the fight after that. And Frisco's already come back, taking out Avalok as well. That major problem is basically been won them. That last fight is now gone, so they have to be so careful. Frisco has just been taking over these matches, so they have to be cautious. Don't get picked up. And there's the Jeffrey with an amazing, like I said, it does pick up 1 kill there.
The tire is coming in on the way to try and just zone them out, and they will do just that. Even though the tire got no kills there, look at how far it pushed the offense back. The offense just had to run away, and this is going to give the defense all the time in the world to reset up. The one thing of note, though, for the defense is that they no longer are running the Symmetra. They are switching off of that, at least for now. Casper on the Lucio now instead.
Yeah, knowing in 30 seconds they're not going to be able to get it back, and also they're really down on ultimates as well. They won't have those for a little while. Meanwhile, Sammy's ready to go. CKR also ready with the Deadeye. They have to make something big happen off the back of this Graviton side, though.
The 3-person Graviton Surge absolutely comes in. They're coming in with the follow-up, get 2 kills. The Resurrection comes out in the middle of it, but the offense with a big opportunity here. Avalik got 2 kills to start this out, and now is in perfect position in the Widow Perch. Gonna sacrifice that position right now. We'll see if it pays off. Takes the air shot on the V, lands it, and Pancake Crusaders at the last moment will get through this checkpoint, will extend the time, and they needed that because they were just under 30 seconds away from getting stopped at first point, and that is never where you want to be here in Dorado.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting stopped at first point also just makes it so simple for the other team. Just to set up, just to play it nice and slowly, nice and carefully, and then just take the enemy team apart in their own good time. They don't have to worry about beating anything else, just getting stalled out anywhere else in the map. So it's going to play well for them. Avalak actually trying to buy some space. Almost gets Reflect killed there by the Genji. V swapping off that Junkrat. He's been so effective on that so far, but moving on to the Genji just for that little bit of high ground advantage. But meanwhile, on the front line, we've got a fight brewing.
Yeah, they're running right in. The defense being hyper-aggressive. Jeffrey and Foe getting in there, getting a kill each. Frisco from the back with the Widowmaker contribution. The offense now has to back out. They're down way too many people with no advantage. If they stay in, they're just going to chain deaths even more. Sutaki running back Avalak, trying to get a few shots on the Widow there. But Frisco going to take out Avalak anyways. And that's the danger there. If you try and get greedy, go looking for the extra pickoff, the defense can chain your deaths that much more.
Yeah, absolutely. I really love this 3-threat team lineup from No Fast Gunners. The Genji just making it really difficult for Widowmaker to get set up. There's no breathing room now for her, so she can't sort of take it easy with knife. Every single time she gets set up somewhere, V's just going to be looking for her. Meanwhile, actually, V going for Sammy Jemmy, finding more space as the fight begins at the front line as well.
Foe immediately getting the double kill. Jeffrey running in with the charge, takes out the Reinhardt. 5 quick kills here for the defense as they are just mopping things up here. Pancake Crusaders having a heck of a hard time as they try and move in. Avalik, the last one up, trying to get any sort of poke-off kill. But again, it's risky because if he dies while going for that, he's not going to be up as the rest of his team respawns.
Yeah, he's looking for an air shot, but Frisco just takes him out of the sky. There's a clay pigeon shoot for that Widowmaker there, and it's looking really, really good for No Fast Guns right now. They just have to sort of take it easy, make sure they don't get caught off in any picks, because right now they have all the advantages, all the cards are in their favor, and I think they might just be able to do it very quickly. V's ready with a Dragon Blade as well, and with enough a barrier coming out, that's going to be huge.
Jeffrey charging in, trying to make his way through, is protected by the Sound Bearers. Foe coming in, V with the triple kill, Dragon Blade off the distraction, got into the backline. People were not expecting that at all. And I like the sort of approach from the offense, but they didn't use their ultimates in time. The defense knew it was coming, and they were able to punish with extreme haste. Now with only 35 seconds left, the offense does have a lot of ultimates to work with. They have Earth Shatter, they have Sound Barrier, they have effectively everything on deck. And that's the only good thing you can say about this next push, because time-wise, it is getting grim indeed.
I mean, we've counted that out a little bit before, but they managed to pull it through. Can they do it again, though? Can Lightning strike twice? They need this Graviton Surge to land perfectly and sweep on the back of it. That's a pretty good one.
The Graviton Surge is out, but the Sound Barrier going to nullify a lot of that. The Graviton hits harmlessly. We do see Foe coming at the Deadeye, picks up the double kill. Sammy going to resurrect the offense on its last hope here. Will General Flood be able to land a good Earth Shatter, and will it matter? He's waiting for his opportunity, trying to get in the Genji. Genji gonna get knocked back a bit. CKR takes out AGM. There's still a little bit of life left here in the offense, but the defense swarming. Drops the hammer, Jeffrey, 2 people down. They are getting in on it, and the defense is going to hold here. Pancake Crusaders not able to get to the next checkpoint, and their only real avenue for victory now in this next map is if they can full hold point A in the way that No Fast Guns did not, because most any time for capping point A for No Fast Guns should be a victory for them.
Yeah, I mean, basically we're pushing into overtime by the time that first point took, and this is B coming in with the Dragon Blade, just gets the flank, and just swings it back, everyone's bumped, swings away. This is absolutely what you want to see when you're playing Genji. You just want to see everyone sort of in that little tight space, swing your sword once or twice, and everyone will just drop like flies. That was absolutely well played by V. Really did incredibly well with Junkrat as well. Just managed to spam and spam and spam, and had like 5 tires in 5 minutes. So got a lot of value out of that pick as well.
No, absolutely, and No Fast Guns having a good showing here, although I'm not sure if it's one of those things where No Fast Guns isn't quite as dominant as I was expecting, or Pancake Crusaders are better than I thought going into this, because I have to say this is a good showing for No Fast Guns, but thus far it hasn't been the showing of a team that's really going to be a huge threat to our more juggernaut teams in the scene. I might be wrong, but I feel like No Fast Guns, it's still a team that's putting everything together. And I think a big test for them coming up, if they are able to win this map, if they're able to have a quick attack on the point A, is going to be how well they do against Assertion Failed in the next round.
Yeah, absolutely. Just looked a little bit rough there. Just sort of got opened up once or twice. But that said, like, Frisco has been playing incredibly well so far. Foe has been playing incredibly well. So just super curious to see how they can pull it together. Meanwhile, I'm interested to see how this defense is going to be pieced together, because right now what they're picking, I imagine they're not going to stay on that as sort of debating what they're going to be looking for, but I'm hoping that Red Serpent does stay on this Roadhog, especially. That street pick can be so pivotal if it works. If it doesn't, then you can feed the enemy team just a bunch of ultimates. But meanwhile, it looks like they have sort of finalized the picks as they do come out of spawn here. So we will see Avalak back on the Widowmaker, Sutaki on the Winston, Red Serpent on the... Oh no, he swapped off onto the Reinhardt, and Sutaki's actually picking up the mantle of the street pick. Sammy Pajami back on the Mercy, General Flood on the Junkrat, and CKR on McCree.
Yeah, and this is an interesting look here coming up from the defense. I actually might have liked the defensive Winston a little bit more. I do think when we do see teams run defensive Winston, it's pretty effective in giving people a lot of momentum on the defense to sort of leap in and punish an offense after, you know, one person might get picked off and all the rest. Roadhog, not a terrible choice. You've seen him a lot here. Kind of was more excited by the Winston pick. But taking a look here at the offense coming out from the side of No Fast Guns, it's going to be Foe on the McCree, Frisco on Widowmaker, AGM on Mercy, the Jeffrey on Reinhardt, Casper on Lucio, and V on the Genji. And I like the Genji pick here. I've seen Genji get picked a lot more on first point Dorado, but given how clumped people can get on that point A point and how hard it can be to take, Dragon Blade oftentimes can be a cure for a very ugly situation.
Absolutely, though. Frisco manages to gets taken out immediately by CKR. Not quite sure what picked Frisco off there, but that was a huge amount of damage coming in. Does take him out. General Flood also spamming from above, but meanwhile, V finding that flank, and this is why I like Genji as well in this map. There's so many different routes he can take, so many ways he can just find an opening and try and force something into happening, build up that Dragon Blade by just picking people away from the back lines, and he's just looking for it right now, waiting for his opening, being a sneaky ninja, as both teams sort of jockey for position here and get ready to go.
Yeah, V right now waiting for his opportunity. Any poke from Genji is deadly. Even if you don't get a kill, it does charge his Dragon Blade, which is the real prize here. Or charging in the 4 people if they're grouped like that. We'll see what he does here in a moment. Frisco able to take out Sutaki. Foe onto Sammy Pajami. The Mercy is dead now for the defense. This is a huge opportunity for the offense if they can move in. V, though, not able to capitalize. Gets taken out by CKR. CKR absolutely putting the team on his back right now for Pancake Crusaders. We'll see if he can catch up. But Frisco is on the flank, takes out a Valak, and now he can shoot the entire defense. He has penetrated into their lines. 2 kills for Frisco, a triple kill for Frisco, as Frisco now makes it a quad, absolutely destroying the defensive Pancake Crusaders as that backline Widow. And this could be over very quickly, and there it is. That is going to be GG. They captured that point way quicker. And No Fast Guns going to move on. The face assertion failed in our round of 32. Actually, I think it's round of 64. This is an old round of 128, so round of 64 match coming up.
Absolutely, and that was an amazing flank by Frisco, just sort of snuck round back. And this is the danger of like a triple threat lineup. You basically have to deal with 3 threats at once, and dealing with Foe and V on the front line, and then trying to deal with Frisco, who's just sort of used that opening, used that space to get into a great position and then just clean up is absolutely insane, and it's just a bit too much to ask for from the Pancake Crusaders, but they did play well. They did have some good showing there. I especially want to give a shout out to Red Serpent. I really did like his Roadhog on King's Row, especially. That looked really damn good. And Avalak actually gave Frisco a run for his money, so not too bad there. That's pretty good. Like we said, Widowmaker is super, super important in the meta right now. So it's vital if, your Widowmaker player is good and solid, and that looked pretty damn good to me.